Alright, welcome back to our podcast. It has been a while.
Yes.
We haven't been really watching Star Trek too much. I don't know if we're going to get back into that because it doesn't seem to be going that well.
No, we're not getting a lot of views on that. I'm wondering if it's just not.
So we're going to try something different, see if it gets any better. If not, we'll go back to the Star Trek stuff. But
yeah.
but
we'll see.
But we're going to try something different.
Yeah.
See if we get anything good. So, in this one, we're going to basically just rant.
About shit.
Yes. Jordan's got a lot to rant about. I got a little bit of stuff to rant about. And it could be about anything.
Yep.
So, we're going to start off by...
We listen and we don't judge.
So, that's true.
Age before beauty.
No. You're the one who...
I'm not aged. You
are the beauty.
Yeah, so that's why I said age before beauty.
Well, the cute one should be going first. So tell us about...
I didn't know you felt that way.
There you go. Now you know.
Oh.
So, tell us about your rant. Since this was your idea.
Yeah, just throw me under the bus, I don't care. You want to back that bus up? I'm still laying there.
It's true.
You know, you could have said this is also you.
Hey, I got stuff to rant about too.
So, essentially, it's not just me.
No.
It's us.
It is definitely going to be us.
Why are there so many stupid people in this country?
I don't know. Why is there?
I swear to God, I wish I fucking... You know, I'm going to blame... You know who I'm going to blame?
No.
Trudeau.
Why?
He had that policy of bringing out so many fucking immigrants over.
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's all I usually deal with these days, is immigrant people who can't speak English and don't know how the fucking shipping industry works. I'm sorry, but I am... When they go, when did we have to start doing the bill of lading? I don't know, 50 years? 60? Oh, we've never had to do one. Then you obviously don't know what the fuck you're doing. You've never shipped in this country.
But you gotta put it out there that somebody was caught at your company doing just that.
Yes. We were literally sent out an email because there were people sending emails, filling it out for them.
Or sending blank
ones. And then the people would email them back and go, well, it's empty. What am I supposed to do with it? Oh, fill it out, fucking knucklehead.
When you're not supposed to. So, him getting those emails, there is a reason behind it.
But by law, we cannot fill it out for you.
That is true.
We're either getting that, and I don't know why, but lately people have been fucking fighting with us because they're going, what's the dimensions for? Oh, I don't know. We've never been asked that before. We've never had to give that information. What the hell you mean you've never had to give the information out for how big this thing is? Every company from Purelator to Amazon to FedEx to Manitou to the company I work for to Billy Bob Buckus Trucking all have to know how big this damn thing is to know if they can fit it in the truck.
But some people...
There is no but.
Some people,
it's called stupid people.
Some people may be just putting in the regular dimensions.
If they say...
Whether it is or not.
If they say... No. When in our company, we either do it by email or phone. We have literally received emails and people saying, oh, it's 21 feet long. Okay, well, how wide is it? It doesn't matter. What the fuck you mean mean it doesn't matter? Is it 4 feet, 8 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet? Oh, we've never had to answer that. Then you obviously don't ship anything in the modern world. Because if you did, you would have something called a brain. And be able to simply answer a simple question. But we don't have that in this country. We get people who, and some of them are women, and I don't know what the names are, but I'm just going to name them what they are. Karens.
Really?
Yes.
And
We've never had to give that information before. And as far as I'm concerned, then you're a fucking idiot and don't deserve to be in this fucking industry.
maybe they're new.
I don't care if they are new. If they are new, we ask, you answer. If you can't answer the simple, basic things, get off the phone, hand the phone to someone who knows what they're doing, sit back, listen to the person who knows what they're doing, answer the questions that are supposed to be answered. That way, next time you're on the phone and someone says, what's the dimensions? You don't go, I don't need to give that. Well, then I don't need to fucking answer the phone and talk to you.
Really?
I'm sorry. Dimension. How many things, dimensions, weight, where's it going? Basic information you have to give us. If you cannot give basic information, please grab the phone, bang it on your head until it breaks, and then we don't have to worry anymore because you can't call us, and I don't have to put up with your dumb ass.
So they should have like a bullseye?
Yes.
Hit head here?
Yes.
Or hit phone here?
Whatever. I don't care if you take a hammer to your head.
Wow.
Maybe if you do that, you can reach in there, grab your brain, and maybe rewire it for common sense. I think that's pretty simple. I may have just solved the national problem. Get rid of stupid people.
I don't know if it's a national problem.
Okay, fine. Countrywide. Because I get it in all provinces.
Well, that's national.
Then it's a national problem. I have literally...
Maybe it's a industry problem.
I don't care what it is. I'm sorry. I have literally had people go, I need you to come pick freight up from us. Okay. Where's it going? We don't know. We just need it off our dock.
Ah, yes.
Then what the fuck do you want us to do with it?
Have you gotten one of those recently?
Yes.
Oh.
We get it from other trucking companies even. Dock brokers and other truck companies go, oh, can you come pick up the freight from us? And they're a, Godwind or something. Big companies. And they literally go, oh, can you come pick up this freight? Or where's it going? Well, we're not sure. We just need it off our dock. Then why the fuck you calling me? Go do your goddamn job, get the paperwork, and come back to me.
Then we'll pick it up.
Mm-hmm. Or, and I've had one of these at this point with this video, the video of it being recorded today, the day this video is being recorded, I had a guy call in and literally go, okay, where are we picking up? Here. Great. What are we picking up? I don't know. What's the weight? I don't know. Dimensions? Not a clue. What city's it going? Have no idea. I just know it's bottles on skids. And you want me to do what? He said, well, I need you to come pick it up.
And you take it where?
Where are we taking it? Not a clue. Then I'm not coming to pick it up.
You want me to
do your job, then call us. And I'll be as happy as pig and shit to do my job to help you out. But if you are not going to do your job, guess what? Fuck off.
So, essentially, You want everybody to do what they're supposed to do.
Yes. I don't ask them to go above and beyond what you're supposed to do. I never do. I simply want you to get the basic, simple information and give it to me. If you do not have that, or you are not 100% sure,
don't waste my time.
don't waste our time. Because that's literally what you're doing. Literally today, I had a guy call it and go, okay, I got a shipment going. And I want Ryan to hear this. And you. This is going to Calgary,
Okay.
Ontario. Now, for the fans who are watching this,
Who may not be Canadians.
who may not be Canadian, who may be Canadian and are not 100% sure on their geography, Google Calgary, Ontario.
I'm sure something will pop up.
Oh, something will pop up when you type in Calgary.
I'll take it to Alberta.
Yeah. But this guy was adamant, and I spent about 3 minutes arguing with this guy that no,
There is no such
there
place.
is no Calgary, Ontario in our computer system, on Google, or anywhere.
There's a Calgary, Alberta.
And he was adamant that I didn't know what I was doing, that the computer was wrong.
He did know Ontario was a province.
Oh yeah,
And
oh, he
Calgary was a city.
oh yeah. And even when he Googled it himself.
Uh-huh.
And went, well, that's odd, it's not coming up, but that's what the people said, so it's got to be out there.
Nope.
I shit you not. And
They're on opposite ends.
I
of the
literally
country.
had to laugh because I thought, you Googled it yourself, it's not coming up, and yet you're saying, I don't know what I'm doing, and my computer's wrong.
Because some person put in either the wrong city or the wrong
And
province.
he finally had to admit, oh, I'm going to have to call someone to verify that this is going to Calgary, Ontario. And all I could think was,
I hope they laugh at you.
I hope they laugh at you because you're an idiot.
Was he a third party?
He was the shipper
Oh.
in Ontario.
Oh, he was in Ontario.
He was in Ontario.
Oh, okay.
Vaughan, Ontario. Shipping to Calgary, Ontario.
Which doesn't exist.
Anywhere. Literally, when he said Calgary, Ontario, the first thing that popped into my mind was
You meant Alberta.
Alberta. Well, I thought, well, maybe, because he wasn't from around here, of course.
Oh.
I thought maybe he's mean like Caledonia or something like that, and he's just fucking making up a word because it starts with a C.
Hmm.
But no, I had him spell it, and he spelled it Calgary, Ontario.
Huh.
Why?
Did you happen to get him back again?
No, he called literally at the end of the day. He was like one of my last phone calls, and I was like, thank fucking Christ, if he calls back, some other idiot can deal with his ass
And
they
figure out where
Calgary or fucking Ontario is.
And find out they're at opposite ends of the country.
Yes. And there's a couple of other things I gotta talk about. City-wise. You know how hard it is, how many people I get that can't say Sault Ste. Marie?
Oh.
It's Sault Ste. Marie. I get people going, it's Sault Ste. Marie. How the fuck do you spell salt? Ryan, spell salt.
You can spell it S-A-L.
How is the proper way to spell salt?
You can spell it one way, S-A-L-T.
That's the only way to spell salt. Google it. Salt. Not soup. There is no O. There is no U. In salt.
Well, when you spell Sault Ste. Marie, there's no O-U in that either. It's AU.
Okay, fine. AU. I made a mistake. There's no O. But there's a U.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a U in salt?
Some people can.
Is there a U in salt?
I'm sure there is a way to spell it that way, but I am not aware.
No!
I am not aware of one.
There isn't. Nah! Problem city number 2. And this has been a recent one, actually. Only like the last, maybe month. I want you to Google Alberta.
Okay.
For some reason, people can no longer say Slave Lake.
What do they call it? Slav?
No. And you're going to laugh on this one, and I hope other people do too. Silver Lake.
What?
Silver Lake. How do you get silver? That is SILVER.
Silver.
And then lake. And I will literally spell it out. The first few times I spelled it out because I thought, okay, there are some cities I have not heard before.
Okay.
And it came up as nothing. So I asked them, can you spell it for me?
SLAVE.
Exactly. And I went, oh, Slave Lake. Oh, is that how you say it?
Well, there's no I.
And unfortunately, these are not people from overseas. These are white people
and black people
who live in Alberta that cannot say or know how to spell slave silver.
There's no I.
There's no I.
So how you get silver?
I don't know.
That's kind of a stupid one, actually.
Yes. And then there's another one.
Of course.
Now this isn't really a huge problem, and this is something that I've had since I've started working in this industry. People in Edmonton who are shipping freight out, they go, oh, this is going to Atchison.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people say, I have no idea what Atchison, Alberta is, but it's going there.
Okay.
Now, that isn't a huge issue, but it's silly because it's literally, if you're in Ontario, it's like Sudbury and Lively. They are so close together that in some ways they're one. It's the same with Edmonton and Atchison. They're literally one. So it's not a huge, it's just, I find it silly when they go, oh, we're in Edmonton, we're shipping this Atchison, and it's like,
you don't know Atchison.
You don't know where Atchison is? You probably live
in
Atchison.
Maybe.
Why? Or they go, where's your Edmonton terminal? Because we need to pick something up there. Or it's not in Edmonton, it's in Atchison, but it's close enough to Edmonton, we call it the Edmonton terminal. And I've had people go, oh, I can't drive all the way to Atchison. If you Google it, it's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Do you ask them, do you know where Atchison is?
At first I used to, yeah. Do you know where it is? Not really.
It's like 10 minutes.
It's like 10 minutes down the road.
Oh.
And they literally will go, my parents said, oh, we should be able to get there then.
No shit.
No kidding. It's just idiots. It's retards. It's morons.
I did hear a new word for a new town. I've never heard it said this way. Not related to you, but it is an Ontario town. I saw on YouTube.
Okay.
Kapuskasing.
Kapuskasing. Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially. Some guy on YouTube didn't call it that.
What should we call it?
Kapusiking.
How the fuck do you get Kapusking out of Kapuskasing? Or the most common term of it, cap.
That's what I always call it. I always call it cap.
Yeah. That's... I don't get that. How do you get... I hope to God the guy was American.
I don't know, but he did a whole video on Ontario places.
Then he can't say Kapuskasing?
No, he called it Kapuskaping. Kapusking.
Oh God. The education in this country is going to the shit.
Now, maybe we are saying it wrong.
No.
Maybe he said it right.
No.
No?
No.
No.
No. You go back to our father. He'll say Kapuskasing.
Well, yeah, but he may
Our
not...
grandmother. Kapuskasing.
Well, they may not have been taught the right
Our
way.
mother.
Maybe it's native.
So you're saying since the 1960s, millions of people have been calling it cap or Kapuskasing.
Well,
You're
down
telling
here,
me
but maybe up
for-
there they don't.
70 years people have been saying it wrong, and this one jackass who probably can't tie his shoes because he probably can't bend over because he's too fucking fat. Or he's just not, or he wears Velcro shoes because he's too stupid to tie them on. Can't say a city right, and we're gonna just drop everything and go, oh yeah, retard boy.
Now, he may be saying it wrong, but it is...
May?
Yes. So it is a topic of discussion. Do you say Kapuska-king or Kapuskasing?
Hang on.
What?
We're going to do a small test. Anybody out there, should we be changing Kapuskasing to Kamuskabing? Say yes if we should change it to Kamuskabing.
There's no way.
Hang on.
Yes.
No one.
Yes.
No one.
Yes.
No one.
Yes.
No one
Yes.
is answering.
I heard somebody say
No,
yes.
So no one answered. So we're going to keep it as Kapuskasing and forget all about retard Larry. And I guess and we'll go that he was either drinking, maybe he was high on drugs because it is legal, marijuana. Maybe he was high on drugs. Maybe he was just having an off day.
Or maybe it was AI.
It could have been AI, or he's just a fucking retard.
Now, there's no one out there to answer, so that's not a true test of...
Yes. No, you're not following here. The reason why I did that and why no one's around is because I didn't want anyone to say anything because he was wrong.
Okay. But that is something I did hear recently. I thought I'd throw it in there since you're talking about names being said wrong.
That is true.
Now, whether we were wrong or if he was wrong, who knows?
That is true. Yes, you could throw that out there.
So,
Now those are about the only major cities. Of course, there's a couple of cities in Quebec that people struggle to say,
but they're French.
they're French. They
Who cares?
yeah, they just need to learn to spell better. You put the bottle down. The booze is cheap there. They probably drink a lot.
They might. Who knows? We don't live in Quebec. We don't speak French.
Of course we don't. Because if we live in Quebec, we would say, well, we need to change that city from apostrophe, question mark, apostrophe, RU, apostrophe, dash, IE. And that says
Wrong.
wrong. When to every other person, RON. Wrong. No apostrophe, no question mark, no hieroglyphics.
Yes,
Simple.
French
easy.
is very difficult to understand unless you speak it and were brought up in it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we were neither.
No.
We weren't brought up in it, and we didn't really grasp it.
No. And to be quite honest, we really didn't need to because we are Ontarian.
There's Ontario French.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not Quebec. We are Ontarians or Ontario. Is there like a saying for Ontario people?
Ontarians?
Is that actually a word? Did we just make up a word?
No.
Oh crap.
That's what there's Quebecs.
Quebecers?
And then there's Ontarians, and then there's
Manitoba.
there's French Quebec, there's Ontario French, there's France French.
It's all hieroglyphics.
Now, what I understand is that Quebec French and France French, even though they talk the same jibber jabber,
It's different apparently.
it
There's
is
some slang.
apparently different, and sometimes they don't even understand each other.
Then the ones in Quebec can understand how it's like to be treated.
Now, I know the difference between Ontario French and Quebec French. So you got Quebec French, which is all French. Now Ontario French is where you speak like 90% French,
Throw a
And
few English words in
and
there.
then the last 10% of the sentence is English. So you could be jibber jabbering away in French, and then you get to a certain word, and you speak it in English. Which I actually did hear a little bit when I was dispatching.
Yes.
Because I had a guy who spoke French, Ontario French. And he's trying to talk to somebody in Quebec French, and I don't know if they didn't understand him, or they just didn't care, and they kind of just did whatever they wanted anyway.
The Quebec people in Quebec, if you don't speak exactly their language, they treat you like shit.
Correct.
So as far as
Unless you get tough on it.
as far as I'm concerned, the ones in Quebec, we should just shut the border down, have them suffer for about a year, and realize we're nothing without the rest of the country, and then come back, and then when we go back,
That is something we can discuss.
when
They do, every so often, every couple of years, they always say that they want to break off from Canada.
I say we let them. After about a year or so, and they realize we have nothing, we are nothing, we're about to go into, our country, our province is fucking ruined, or our country's ruined, and when they come crawling backwards, we'll go, okay, one more word out of you about going on your own, or treating everyone else like shit because we don't speak your exact language, we're going to cut you off again, and this time, we're not going to take you back. And when they go, okay, we'll go, good.
Well, it may not turn out that way. Maybe
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
succeed.
What do they have?
Well, they have some aerospace.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Do they...
Fine.
Do they have oil?
I don't believe so, no.
Do they have any natural resources for heat, hydro, that isn't provided from Ontario?
I don't know.
Car manufacturing ability.
I don't think so.
So essentially, if we were to cut them off, they wouldn't have gas.
Well, they would have to create their own treaties and probably treaty with us to get oil and natural gas and
I'd
stuff.
say you left our country, figure it out yourself.
Interesting. Same with Alberta. They are for the last couple of years, but have been going around saying like maybe we should secede from Canada.
And in some ways, I can understand them. At least them. The Quebecians, they just...
Okay. How can you understand Alberta but not Quebec? And it can't be about language. Exactly. You can't. Yours is based on language.
Okay. If Alberta leaves, we lose oil. I think pretty much all of it.
Correct.
Or at least a good chunk of it.
Correct.
And we would have to make a treaty with them to get it from them. So it would probably increase our oil.
Or more than it already is, because we already send it to the U.S.
Don't get me started on that. Not with Trump.
Damn!
Exactly. I have a quick way to fucking solve his fucking problem.
Alright, continue on.
Okay, so if Alberta has more to gain in some ways if they leave.
You think so?
In some ways, like they have natural resources. They could survive. Not for a long period, but longer than Quebec, the I have nothing province.
Well, they have their aerospace, which is very big. That's where a lot of airplanes are built.
They can build the airplane.
Okay.
Where do they get the resources to build it? Where do they get the metal? Where do they get the fuel to do it all?
Probably, I don't know.
Alberta.
Either Ontario or the U.S.
Exactly.
Or the U.S.
If
so
they,
like I said, they could create treaties.
And like I said, we say no.
You
so
don't
their aerospace,
you don't want to make nice.
They won't get the materials they need to do. So they have nothing.
Okay, let's do a little test here.
Okay.
You're Canada. You're our Prime Minister. I'm Quebec.
Fuck you.
I'm coming to you and saying, we would like to make a treaty with you for your steel, your aluminum, your oil, fuel, whatever, and we will create a treaty where you give us stuff, we'll give you stuff. What do you say?
What do you have to give?
Our aircraft.
I can easily build it in my country and I don't have to then ship it.
But you can't build it.
Why not?
It's already set up in Quebec.
I can set it up here easily. I have more than enough resources, natural resources in the rest of my provinces to build it all. I can cut you out completely and not give you anything. So what do you have that's of any value, strong value to deal with me?
And not to mention our pharmaceuticals. I even forgot about that. They have a lot of drug labs in Quebec.
Again, why can't I build that in my country?
Because it's already set up here and I can sell it to you at a cheaper price. Because if you gotta set up brand new testing facilities anywhere else in Canada, you gotta find the land, you gotta purchase the land, you gotta build your road to that land if it's not already one there. Then you gotta build the building. And then you gotta find a way to pay off that building, which means you gotta sell stuff at a higher markup so you can get enough profit to pay for that building.
Or I give you my natural resources and you've already left my country.
And I will give you pharmaceuticals, and I will build your planes for you. And,
so you'll do two things, and I gotta give you metal, wood, oil,
well, I'm sure
the materials to make the drug. Because I'm sure most of the material you need to make the drug comes from Ontario.
I'm sure there's other things.
Now, the only issue with you is that I can't get to my other oil reserves that are over in Newfoundland, I think? Or over on the other coast.
I don't know.
I think there's some oil fields out there, I believe. Or oil rigs.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can
that's the
always
only
have
problem.
free transit through my country.
Okay, now we're talking.
Or maybe, I don't know, or maybe reduce, I don't know, something. But you can travel through, whether you gotta pay or.
No.
Mhm.
No. I'm not paying to go through this country. I could easily fly over you and just say fuck you all. I could cut off.
Not
I
everybody
could
can
cut
afford-
off all my resources to you and watch you suffer. This is you are.
But that's more expensive.
Here's my country. That's you. Who's bigger? Who has more dealing power here?
Well, it's not how big you are, it's
No,
about
it's
what you
about-
have to trade.
And I have 1,000 times more to trade than you do.
And I'm
This
sure
is-
I'm sure I have lumber too.
Most of the lumber is coming from Ontario to you.
And I'm sure I can do it myself. And
Yeah.
and send
You
it to
don't have the resources. Most of the manpower that does it is in Ontario.
So essentially, you're just not gonna deal with it.
I will, but it's not going to be what you want. You're going to agree to my terms.
Or maybe I don't allow you to fly over my country.
Yeah, you can.
See? Now I'm gonna make it more expensive for your people to go on the other side of my country.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are gonna be upset and they're gonna come crashing on your door.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be killed.
Yeah, and Quebec will be wiped off the map. And I'll change it to, I don't know, maybe New Ontario.
Why am I wiped off the map now?
Because if you won't allow me to cross your country, as far as I'm concerned, send the tanks in. I'll go through your country.
So
It just depends on
So when
how many of your people do you want to get killed.
So when I want to declare war on somebody, you go, well, you can't do that. There's Ryan, killing and killing. So you do it. You go, oh, I'm the biggest.
Because you want to start a war with the U.S.
No,
a superpower.
I don't.
I'm
want to.
starting a war with Quebec that has what, 500 National Guards? And I'm going to send in 5 tanks, and that's about all I'll fucking need.
I don't want to.
And about 5 or 6 guys with a slingshots. And
I
I'm
don't want to start a war with anybody.
And that's why Quebec never leaves. Because they know they can't survive. Quebec, now Alberta could. Alberta leaving is, I can understand some of the issues because they're like, oh, it will save us money. But it's going to hurt us more in the long run, so we really got to kind of work with them. The Quebecans, throw them out
Huh.
if they really want to leave.
Well, there is mining in Quebec too.
Yeah.
I don't know what they mine.
Not a hell of a lot.
But there's, I'm sure there's precious metals or critical metals.
And maybe with Quebec leaving now, get the Ring of Fire going up faster for that precious metal. And we'll go, what we've lost with you, we just made 10 times that.
Well, they are actually talking about building a road up there now.
Yes, finally. Which is, thank God.
Um,
Now, that's my belief on Quebec and Alberta. Ryan may have a different reason. He may think, we should deal, we should bend over, take up the old tailpipe for them both.
no, I kind of agree with you on Quebec. I'm not a big fan of Quebec. I don't speak French, don't know French.
I don't want to know French.
And sometimes I wish I had learned French. But if they were gone, I wouldn't sleep over it.
No. Alberta, on the other hand, we would.
That I'd go to war for.
Yes. Which with
The U.S.
Dorito boy.
Dorito boy.
Yeah. Have you seen the color of him? He looks orange. He looks like a Dorito.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't look very healthy.
No, he looks like a Dorito. Okay. Now with him, he might be going around.
So
I personally say they let Ford off the rein. They take the reins off him.
the Ford Motor Company.
The Prime Minister of Ontario, the
Premier.
Premier of Ontario. Ford. Let the reins go. He's got some ideas.
He does.
Last time.
So let's back up a little bit. So, as some people may or may not know in the news, is that us Canadians were negotiating with the U.S. because Trump is.
No, we do not call him Trump.
Oh, what do we call
Dorito Boy.
Oh.
Dorito Boy is. I think it's a time of month for him.
Was banging his drums there, saying that he was going to add 50% tariffs to pretty well everything that we trade.
And unfortunately, Dorito Boy doesn't have a drum.
Well, he was banging something. So we were negotiating.
Probably a 12-year-old boy. Oh shit, did I say that out loud?
We were negotiating until like 11 o'clock that night. And at midnight they were going to give us add another 50%. And apparently, as we've learned in the news, is that apparently the U.S. came back at the 11th hour, saying that
they want to change
things. Like, one of the things I didn't like, and I'm coming to learn, is that they said to us is that we could not trade with anybody except the U.S.
And if we wanted
to trade with anybody other than the U.S., we had to ask the U.S.'s permission.
We don't need to ask you for anything.
And I agree with you. As a sovereign country, I think we don't need to ask them for their money. Hence why I think we may need to do another War of 1812.
Burn the White House down? I'll bring the gasoline, you bring the match.
There you go.
Like I said, because last time something like this happened, Ford turned off the power to the U.S.
No.
He was threatening to.
He was threatening. What he ended up doing was putting a surcharge on the electricity that goes to the 3 states that Ontario supplies power to.
And he wants to do that again.
This time he's agreeing with Carney, even though they're on different parties.
Yes.
And he says that he is open to the idea that he either may put another surcharge on the electricity or shut it off completely. And I completely agree.
I say he shuts it off.
If they are doing all these things to us, we need to do something back. And
I say either give them such a big surcharge on the hydro or shut it off.
I would say shut it off. Let's send that power up to us and keep our electricity cheaper.
Exactly. And I'm sure.
Just imagine the amount of electricity that we could be.
Because we provide 3 states?
3 states
with hydro from us. If we don't send it to them,
now they do supply some of their electricity. We send some.
We send like 60%.
But anyway,
I think
bringing it back to us
is going to make it cheaper. And their power grid isn't able to handle the full states without our assistance.
Apparently,
if we shut it off, some of those states are going to go dark.
Yes.
And they may get mad, but all we have to say is, well, you need to talk to your Dorito boy because
And
he's on his high horse and he
and
needs
it's
to get
our
back.
electricity. We get to decide where it goes. I think.
I completely agree. Now you may think we're wrong on this, but yeah. I say Dorito boy's up on his high horse and he's getting knocked down a peg or two and realize I am not this all-powerful God. I am a country that is reliant on other countries.
Now, I think the 3 countries is New York, Michigan.
Nice.
I think is New York, Michigan. I think, and there's a third one. I can't remember which one.
Maine. It's right up near us.
No.
Are you sure? Okay.
Pretty sure. Maybe it's
But-
Illinois.
Maybe.
I
But
can't remember.
there's at least 3 states.
And if I have my states right for at least 2 of them, New York and Michigan, those are some big cities and
Yeah.
some big industry. You got Michigan with their autos. You got New York with New York City.
Yes. Now, if we shut the power off, I don't know if all of New York City would go out.
I think.
But
I think
but they may.
if we supply as much as you say we do,
I think it's
their
60%.
grid has to collapse.
Probably. And now, we provide them with energy. We provide them with wood.
I think we should stop trading.
I would say. And the other big thing
And
is.
just imagine, we send our oil from Alberta to the U.S. to get
There's
refined,
there's a big, huge pipeline that we built to send to them.
so they can refine it.
And then they sell it back to us.
I think let's turn off that oil and set up a refinery here, and I bet you our fuel prices would go down.
Yes.
I think anyway.
They would. I bet you they would. Because we
have the room
And resources.
and I think enough people to do everything ourselves.
Now
we
we-
don't need the U.S.
We literally dig the oil up, send it to the U.S. The U.S. refines it, and then when we go, okay, we want it back, and okay, you have to buy it from us. Well, why? We gave it to you for free.
Well, I'm sure they bought it from us. Probably very cheap.
Yeah, cheaply, and then they sell it to us 5 times what it's worth.
Maybe.
Now, if we shut that off,
Because the U.S. doesn't have oil.
no, they don't have a lot of oil wells. They do have some,
Yeah.
but
Not enough for the whole country.
No, we provide them again with
Quite a bit.
quite a bit. I'm not sure what the number is, but I
do-
know
we do supply some.
we as a
They go through more oil than they can produce
Yeah.
themselves,
Essentially-
and more than what we can produce.
essentially as far as I know, our country is the primary provider for oil and hydro.
Hmm.
If we shut them off, they lose the primary resources of those
And not to mention, we have a lot of those critical minerals
that they need.
that they need for their technology.
Yeah, we
And
provide them with.
They don't have a lot of it. I'm sure they have some,
Yes.
but not a lot.
Yeah,
We have more.
They go to other countries for their natural resources, and
They don't-
because we are right beside them,
That's
We-
why we've been living pretty high on the hog. Now, too bad we didn't exploit them a lot more, but that's
I
a
think.
different story.
But so we provide them with a lot of our natural resources, and if we shut that off, they're gonna
Dorito Boy, as Jordan likes to call him,
is gonna feel it. His country's gonna feel it.
and they're gonna be saying you either gotta make nice
Now,
or they're
because
gonna go to
he
war.
likes to pick, especially the automotive field.
Yes, because
We-
he thinks that all autos should be built in America.
And we build a lot of it, but we unfortunately,
It's not as big as in the U.S.
no. So we ship a lot to the U.S. and they ship it back. Then we ship it over to them. And then back and forth a bunch of times. And that's a lot of money. That's why car prices are going up so high.
Because of these tariffs.
So really, we can build them here. We can sell them here.
We do have the manpower,
And
and we do all 3 of the big 3 all build
They're
vehicles in the U.S.
and in Canada here.
Or not, yeah, here in Canada.
They build some here, they build some there. So they can build them here. We don't need to ship it over to the U.S.
No.
So, at the
Like
end,
I said, we have the
ability to-
room, we have the resources, we have the manpower.
to
Did
keep
you-
it all here. We're just nice enough to go, yeah, US, you already have it. Here, do it for us, and then we'll buy it.
Because it's supposed to make it cheap.
Yes, but
But now with all these tariffs, it's not working.
it's going to get to the point where we're going to go. It's just not working
Because
anymore.
even Stellantis, who does Dodge and Ram, has now said that we're going to shut down in Canada, or they're looking to shut down in Canada now and set up in the U.S.
Yeah, because it's so expensive. Because Trump and his tariffs.
Because yes, exactly, because of the tariffs.
If
So if they build in the U.S., then things will be cheaper for the Americans.
Yes. And then we have to pay that extra cost because Trump's tariffs on the vehicle.
Correct.
So, in some ways, if we stop that, things get cheaper for us. The U.S. is going to struggle more. Now, the only downside with that is Dorito Boy is stupid enough to probably try to start a war. And unfortunately, we're nice enough
Not to start
to not to stop doing that.
or go into one.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, that's where we kind of are weakest.
Yes. Not saying we wouldn't give them a black eye.
Correct.
Because,
Our army is not as big as
No.
us.
no, it's not.
They would
Probably get through us.
pretty quick, I would think.
I think we could hold them off at a couple of points.
The two of us? Yeah. The two of us could probably take on the whole U.S. Army.
Fuck, I would try if they started.
Of course.
I'm not being the 50, what is it, the 51st state? No way in hell. Mm-mm.
Some say there would be benefits to it.
Then they can go live in the U.S.
But
Get out of my country. And if they go, oh, well, don't do that. Get out of my country.
I see.
I am a Canadian. I was born a Canadian. I will die as a Canadian. Either on my back, in a coffin, or if I have to, with a gun in my hand, shooting somebody.
And unfortunately, we got, 3 more years, I think, of Trump?
Unless we have another attempt on him.
Or maybe it's 2 more years. Maybe
Well, unless, like, what happened with that one guy that tried to, his attempt on his life and they don't miss the second time.
Well, he's in jail, so.
No. There's more than one guy in that country.
No doubt. But, anyway.
Dorito Boy.
Yes.
I don't like him.
And jumping topics, we're also coming up to our municipal elections.
Fords?
Municipal.
Oh, for a township.
Yes.
Hey, maybe you should run.
I thought about it.
Why not? What's stopping you? Your busy schedule?
Well, no. Is because I just don't
Well,
know.
I got an idea. Ryan, give us your I want to be mayor of the town speech.
Well,
Let's hear. Okay, Ryan, let's hear what if you were running, what would your strategy be? Your attack?
well, depending on where I ran.
Let's say Sudbury.
Okay,
Because you live in Sudbury.
I do. And I did honestly think about running.
Okay, well, let's see. Obviously, if you thought about it, you've had some idea of what you were going to say.
A little bit.
So let's
I
say that
I didn't put a lot of thought into it because I thought we'll see what these people say
Well, let's hear
and do
what.
and see if it turns out any better.
Well, let's hear a little bit of what you thought of.
So anyway, homelessness is a big issue in Sudbury.
Oh yeah.
Huge issue.
Yes.
And every so often, a school seems to pop up for sale. Because as soon as a new school is built, or they amalgamate a school with another school, whether it's high school or public school, the school, the Ministry of Education, usually puts it up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of citizens have always said, like, we should be buying these schools
Mm-hmm.
because they're already got rooms in them.
Mm-hmm.
They already got heat, AC, running water, bathrooms, everything. And we should be putting our homeless people into there.
You know, well,
It will house them. It gets them off the street.
that is true.
Now, I agree with that. I think we should be building. I think we should be purchasing these buildings, and I think we should be putting our homeless people into them.
Now, let me ask, are you saying we should get, like, say in the French room, one person gets that room? Or should we be putting like 2 or 3 or 4?
Depending on how big the room is.
Well, let's say the room is the size of our living room.
That,
Should it be like 2 or 3 people?
I would probably say at least 2.
Okay.
A
A room like this?
1.
Okay. So instead of 1 room per guy, it's 1 or 2 rooms per guy. And you're right, they do have bathrooms, and most schools have at least 1 to 2 bathrooms,
Well,
And
not one boy.
and they have like a couple of urinals and a couple of toilets.
Correct, because they got men and women's bathrooms.
Yes.
Now everybody's gonna say, well, now that I've housed them, now what do we do with them? Because all they're gonna do is just keep doing their drugs
Yes.
and begging and whatever.
Whatever. Yes.
I say we'll house them and we'll put them to work
Where and how?
with the city. The city is always looking for people to do patchwork. Usually they have 2 or 3 crews that go out and patch potholes. Because that's another major issue in Sudbury is potholes.
The roads are terrible in Sudbury.
They are. So let's put all these people, whether they have, because patching a hole does not require much.
No.
You scoop out on the back of the trailer or the truck, you plunk it into the hole, and somebody comes over and gets a tamper.
So essentially what you want to do is just not get them into an office job, but get them into some kind of job that gives them some experience.
And puts a little money in their pocket.
So essentially an honest day's pay for an honest day's work.
And with more people working, I think we can get more potholes fixed.
That is true.
And if we can keep going on to the pothole thing, we could have bigger crews or more crews and replace more roads.
Because you don't have the people doing the potholes, they can work on the roads while the homeless people are doing the potholes. Now, let's say that.
Now, granted, that means a bigger workforce, which means more money.
That is true.
Now, I do believe that we do need to spend a lot more money. And we need more money coming in. Now, the city has already received a report saying that their taxes are already way below where they should be for the amount of roads and infrastructure that we have.
So you want to increase the taxes?
I think we do one huge increase.
and get them up to where they should be.
Correct. Then make a guarantee that the next increase, whenever that is, will not be as big and it will be super small.
Now, the biggest issue I'll see with
now people are going to be upset and say, well, we can't do a big one.
People can't afford it.
And I think they can.
Most probably can.
Now, if you can't, I'm sure I can. There are programs out there, or I may have to start a program to help people.
If you have, because don't get us wrong,
For this one-time tax increase.
he doesn't want to get you homeless. If you come to him and say, we can't afford the extra taxes, and if Ryan, let's say you're in charge, he had people looking and go, okay, it's a husband and wife with 2 kids. They both work full time. They are living in their means.
Yes.
They're not, they don't have any extra things. They're not, they don't have a third weekend car or a cottage. And they look at it and go, okay, they are living in their means. They can't afford the increased taxes at this time. There's one big jump. If we did it smaller, they could, but they don't have the funds to cover the big, huge lump. Ryan would happily go, okay, they just can't do this one large jump, but they're living within their means. They can't afford the increased taxes if it goes up in a slow amount. I can help him out.
Yes.
He would be more than willing to go,
I'll find a way.
I will find a way to make sure they don't lose the house, because
I don't want you out of here.
I don't want you out of house, and you guys are not, living way outside your means like some people do.
Yes.
Because, for instance, Ryan told me last weekend or 2 weekends ago or something about a family in Sudbury that didn't pay their taxes for
2 years.
2 years, and were like, oh, we're broke, we can't afford to pay our taxes. And when they looked at their finances, they had $125,000 in savings, and they both worked and made about, I think it was about six figures each.
Yes.
And they had several cars, a big expensive house, and they had, like Ryan said, they had 50 or 100,000 60,000 saved up, and they had to pay 5,000. They were like, oh, we can't afford that, we're broke.
No.
You're
not broke.
In that case, Ryan would look at it and go,
oh, nay.
You know what? You're going to pay that, and you're going to pay for the other family that's living within their means.
Yes.
Because
I think you should.
I think you should, because you're just being cruel.
Because I think the people who can afford to live outside their means and still live comfortably, I think they should be sharing more of that responsibility.
Yes. Essentially, the 1%, the ones that are making $200,000 or plus $1,000.
Now, people are going to say, well, I've worked hard for that money. Well, you know what? You've got that money off the backs of us lower people who are struggling.
Yeah.
So why don't you use some of that cash that is probably burning a hole in your pocket
to help out the people that are the reason you are where you are.
Correct.
But that's why whenever you see, now I will grant you, and this is a bit of a rant here, the owner of the company I work for recently passed away.
Yes.
He was a sweet old man. He was 96 years old. Sweet man. I mean, the sweetest man you could know. And he built the company I work with. And I mean, to the point where he drove transport trucks. He bought the first building. He did it all. He bought the building. He hired drivers. He was the first original truck driver for this company. So he worked his butt off for years, about 70 years, building this company into what it is now.
Yes. And he did pay it forward.
And he paid it forward. He did a hell of a good job paying it forward.
To the town where...
That we live in. And...
I think people in Sudbury should be doing the same thing.
Yes. Now, I say that because he also did the smart thing with his 2 boys. His boys are now taking over the company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they did not just walk in there and go, company's mine. No. Their father, the owner, literally took his kids and said, okay, you're going to go drive truck. You're going to go work the dock. You're going to be a dock foreman. You're going to work as a dispatcher. You're going to be a terminal manager. He made his boys do that in several different places. And then when they learned how everything worked, he went, okay, now I'm going to make you the boss. Now you've worked, you've earned it, you've seen how this works, you know what this means to me.
Yes.
Take care of my baby.
Yes.
And they are. Now you see some people who the father has made the company and the kid gets the company after the father passed away and he hasn't worked in the company. He's just kind of goes up and my father's here, who cares? I can make a big fool of myself. And then they like to walk around and go, well, this is my company. I made this company. This is my company. And I'm like, you don't deserve what you fucking have. Your father did it all. You're just living off your name. You are a pathetic waste of time. And they're the ones that like to hang on to that money and go, I don't want to give it to anybody. Yet, you're there because your father worked his ass off, and now people like Ryan and me work our ass off every day. That way you can buy that brand new yacht. You can buy that $1 million house that you don't need, that you have no need for.
Yes.
You're pathetic.
Yes. And another big issue in Sudbury is obviously the arena.
Yes, the hockey arena.
Now,
it's being built downtown.
yes.
Where most of the homeless people are.
Now, because I'm being rid of the homeless, I would hope it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, the other part of the issue of downtown,
no parking.
There's no parking. I would build parking. I would tear down the old arena or build it somewhere else. And I'm going to build I would build an entire parking garage.
Yes. Because essentially, if you are building something like that, and let's say the building can hold 80,000 people, you best have enough parking for 80,000 people.
Minimum.
If your arena can hold 10,000 people and you got 100 parking spots, where are all the people going to park?
Now, the city so far has said, well, if you show them a ticket or something, you'll get to ride the city transit for free. Not everybody wants to drive city transit.
Yeah. I have a car. I don't have to wait. And I don't have to wait an hour
on
for
a
the bus to come
for
back.
an hour for a 10-minute trip to my home.
Yeah.
Because the city bus is gonna take every side route.
Because my drive in my car is 10 minutes. The bus has to follow our route. So he may end where I need to be, but
that may be half an hour.
That may be half an
minutes.
hour because he's going the opposite way, driving up over here, then ending up over here, then go, okay, there. Why am I waiting on a bus when I could drive faster, easier? I don't have to worry about being on a bus beside someone that I...
Especially if there's drugs and stuff on that bus.
Yeah.
Because there's been known to be some.
Yeah. Or sitting beside some drunk guy that pukes on you.
Could.
No.
So,
You build a building for 20,000 people, you better have parking near that building for 20,000 people. If you do not, rethink your plan.
yes. Speaking of homeless and drugs, for my homeless plan,
How do you get rid of the drugs?
there will be periodic raids.
That may be a bit of an issue.
No. If they're working in my city and they're living under essentially my roof, they're gonna follow my rules. And
And what's going to stop them from leaving? And go, well, if I can't do drugs, then I'm going to leave and live out on the street.
they can come and go as much as they
But
want.
they still want to work. But they're just not going to live under your roof. That way, after they're done working, they can go do drugs.
Well, they have to have an address. If they don't have an address, they don't have a job. And if they don't have a job,
What do you do with them?
well, either they're either going to get arrested for loitering or whatever other laws are out there, or like every other city, I'm going to pack them on a bus and I'm going to ship them off to another city. Because there is big stories out there that saying that other cities, like in Toronto and stuff, especially when FIFA was around,
Yeah, they were shipping.
they were shipping their homeless people up to places like Sudbury and other cities, dropping them off.
Now, I don't know if that was true because we
I
never
don't-
saw it.
I don't know.
But that was apparently.
big story.
Yeah.
And so, even before and after FIFA, people still get on a bus, go one way, get off, and then they go disappear into a homeless encampment.
Yes.
Nay, not in my city.
I can't argue with that. The homeless issue, I can't say just Sudbury.
It's everywhere, obviously.
Country, all over, is a problem. And I don't think it's the lack of there's no work. I think it's just the lack of they'd rather just do drugs and not.
And
do
everybody
anything.
says, well, you need to do treatment and stuff. They don't want to do treatment.
Yeah, if they wanted to do treatment, they could do it. I think it's free.
Even
so.
if there isn't, I would make it free for them.
Yeah. But they don't want it. They want to use the drug.
So let's just put them in jail.
They would, well, technically can still use drugs and do it. It's just harder.
So yeah. But on a positive note, I did hear that we are now, they're going to start 4-laning Highway 69.
Well, that's good news. That means we can get the homeless people wet forward and backwards faster.
Hopefully away. But they won't start that till the end of next year sometime.
Why?
I don't know. I'm hoping I'm wondering if they're hoping that maybe by then people will forget about it.
Probably. I would think.
Yeah.
Because they've been trying to twin that for...
Many years.
yeah. Pretty much my entire life, I think.
Yeah.
I think most of yours.
Most.
I
Yeah.
think Dad said he was still living with Mom and Dad and they were starting it.
No.
No?
No, they started it back in
The 80s?
90s, maybe 2000s, early 2000s.
Oh, maybe. I can't remember.
But even other things like we've come to the realization that we cannot afford a home.
Yes. Yes, that is so true. This is another rant that we are going to go on. We may go into more detail on this on other videos. And plus, I want to hear young people's thoughts on this.
That's another idea I have. Is I think homes should be regulated.
Oh, okay. That would be helpful.
I think that homes I think we should be telling people what they are selling their homes for.
Well,
Not what people think they should be getting for, but actually tell them, because these houses are no better or any worse than they were 30 years ago.
I have a theory on. I have a way we could do that.
Which is?
You take the square foot of a house,
Okay.
and you go, if the house was built with modern stuff, 16 inches on the center, up to code, how much would a person have to spend to build said house? So if they come and say, oh, I'm selling this house for $5 million. Okay, maybe that's a little high. $500,000. And people look at the house and they go, well, it only would cost, in today's society, it would only cost like $150 to make this house.
Yes.
And you're selling it for $500. Well, I think the government should step in and go, well, then you're not selling it for $500. You're going to sell it for $200 or say at most $250. It'll mostly depend on property.
Yes.
Land, dirt, not this. So if they say, the house, this is to build this type of house is going to literally cost $500,000, and you're selling it for $600,000, then as far as I'm concerned, that's fair. I think that's fair. But people who build a house for $200,000 and go, okay, it's $750,000.
Because that's what houses in that area sell for.
Well, I don't care what the fucking houses sell for. It only cost you $200,000. Why am I paying you another $550,000 for what? For you to sit there and drum your nuts? For your name? Your name means nothing to me.
Or just to put more money in your pocket.
I'm not here for that. I'm here to get myself into a house.
Same with old people.
Hey, hang on. There are some good old people.
I didn't say they're bad, but I think a lot of them they are all well off, and the government keeps bumping up their old age pensions.
Well, they're trying to make sure that it's easier for them to live.
They're already set.
Well, some of them aren't.
That is the problem. Some are not, correct. They are the ones that need more help than the ones that are set.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. Now, I see there is at least, there are a couple, I think, minorities when it comes to that should be treated different than the rest. For instance, if you are military.
Oh, yes.
If you are military, as far as I'm concerned, we should be doing whatever we should to make sure you never go without. You have signed your name on paper to defend our country. I do not care how old you are. You have earned that right.
I think I completely agree with you. And that was an idea I had if I ever ran for Prime Minister.
Yes.
Is that if you fight for me, you will be set for life.
Yes.
Even if you should never be coming out saying, I can't afford a house.
Exactly.
I should be either be paying you half or all of it or a portion or whatever for that house. Because you fought for my freedom, so I think the least I can do is buy you a house.
Yes. Now,
any house. I don't care
what he doesn't just mean if he was in power and it was those sort. I mean, he's talking about you fought in Vietnam, you fought in World War II, you fought in Korea, Gulf War, whatever conflict there was. If you fought for the country, you signed your.
Or even if you're an active member now and haven't fought.
Or even, as I like to say, if you've put your name to paper for your country, you do not have to ask, can I afford this? The answer is yes.
Yes.
You do have a house. Oh, you can't afford to fix your car, or your wife and your son are your wife and you are struggling for something?
Because unfortunately, in this country, I don't think we treat our veterans or our armed forces as well as the Americans do.
No. If you go
to America, you see them all praising their military.
Yes. And the best example for this is, what's the show called? NCIS. If you watch that TV series, you have watched some episodes where they say, on-house basing. Oh, no. Base housing.
Yes.
They literally have houses like this that they pretty much just say every house is going to look exactly the same.
Now, we do have some of that here in Canada.
But not a lot.
No.
They go, we have a base of 10,000 people. We are going to have enough housing for, I think, they may not cover it all, but they cover like 3/4 or more of it. Now, granted, every house is the same, but it's a free house that they get, essentially. Because they are fighting for their damn country. Now, you can move off the base.
Yes.
But you don't have to. With us, most of our guys, they don't get anything like that.
There's some.
There are some, but I know I watched a TV show once where a military family was going out to buy a house. Husband and wife were both military. They were getting a house off the base. They got a military was going to pay like $125,000 for a down payment on a house, and only because they were military. They were active military. We don't do anything like that for our guys. If we literally just say, okay, yeah, you're in the military, now go get a job and hopefully you can survive. Oh, and if we need you to come fight, make sure you show up. That's it.
Now, granted, we aren't in the armed forces. We could be wrong on that, unless you know for sure.
As far as I know,
because actually we do have somebody who's in the reserves.
Yes, we have a cousin, our uncle, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, was as well in the reserves. And we have a cousin who's right now in the reserve military, and he has 2 jobs. Because he makes nothing from the military. The military doesn't do anything to help him.
Now, granted, he is reserves, not active.
The only time he gets paid is when he has to go and
train.
Yes, train.
Or goes into combat.
And he signed up for combat to go fight, but he never
got picked.
We pulled out.
Oh.
Before his name came up. But no, as far as I know, and the times I've talked to him, they don't do anything.
Now he is reserved, so it might be he may not get as much help.
Even when he was active, when he first joined up for the first basic for a good probably year, he was unactive, but he was at home. But they didn't do anything for him.
I don't think so.
And that's unfortunate because, like we've said, if you are willing to fight and die for your country, you should be treated
like royalty.
I'm not saying like God, but you shouldn't have to worry about a house if you can feed yourself.
Or your family.
Or whatever. You should be treated.
Now, some companies in Canada do offer discounts.
Yes.
And I am glad that they do that.
Yes, if you are or work with a company or own a company that watch this and you give a discount to military, God bless you. Like, really, like
that's basically one of the only benefits we get.
Yes.
Except for our military pays for your schooling.
Yes. Well, they do in the U.S.
Do they?
Yeah. They do the same,
but yeah, we will pay for your schooling.
Yes,
while you're
in active duty and surgeries. if I wanted to and I wanted to join the military and I signed up, they would do the surgery on my eye.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to do basic and be in for like a year, but they would do the surgery on my eye and get it done, and they would cover it.
Oh, cool.
As far as I know.
Oh.
I may be wrong on that, but I believe they would do that.
Yeah, there are some benefits to here in Canada, but I don't think they're as good or as many as the Americans. And I think we should be just as good, if not better.
Yes.
Just because our military is very small.
Yes.
And it's getting smaller, and not a lot of people are really signing up.
No, because there's no benefit to it anymore.
Not a lot. There's some, but there's not a lot.
Yeah. Like, let's face it, you go through basic training, which I think is what? A year, maybe?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But you're obviously like in any military, you're told where to go.
Exactly.
But on Canada, there's only so many bases that offer that.
Yes.
Like the nearest one to us in Ontario, I believe it is Petawawa.
So essentially, but if you think about it, you'd have to go do your year of basic training, go through hell, and then what does the military do for you? They don't do anything. I think if they do pay, like our cousin, if they do pay anything, it's very, very little.
And depending on your rank, the more rank you get, the more money you get, obviously.
And the one thing I never...
And of course, you can always move to other bases too to upgrade. And
my biggest thing with our military is, and I'm not sure if they do it in the U.S., but when I talked to my cousin, because when he first showed up, I thought I was cool. I thought, oh, you should go be like a parachuter or a sniper.
Oh.
And he said, he goes, those would be cool, but I can't do them. You have to sign up for like, it's like in 3 years you can go do parachute. You have to be in the military for 5 years to be a sniper. You can't do like urban like desert or winter warfare unless you're in there for 2 years or anything. And I'm like, I don't know if you have to do that in the U.S.
I don't know
because.
It's very interesting.
Because I personally, if I ever did join the military, I'd like to do the winter or desert or city warfare training. Cause I think that'd be, because let's face it, if anything ever happens, you need that kind of training. Recon, I think that'd be kind of cool. And I'd love, and Dad and Ryan think I'm fucking crazy for this, I'd love to learn to jump out of a plane.
Just jump out of a perfectly good aircraft.
Yeah, with a parachute!
And he wants to go butt flapping.
Oh, we're not getting... Explain to them what that is first, jackass!
Butt flapping is like being Tarzan.
No, what?
It's where you have a flap in the front and a flap in the back, and that's all he does.
Now he's being an ass. What do I want to go do out there that you mock me for is why you say it.
Oh, he wants to go live off the land.
Okay, have you ever seen the movie either Bear Grylls or more importantly, Survivor Man?
Yes.
You have?
Well, you watched them, so I watched a few.
Oh. And unfortunately, I never took with you.
No.
I think it would be cool, like, if you've ever watched Survivor Man or anything, I think it'd be cool, like, go out there and just, and I wouldn't even do it for, like, a month. I'd do it for, like, a weekend or a couple days, just to see if you could survive, if I could survive on my own. I think that would be cool. Don't you?
Well, he's butt flapping.
And the one video we did of the property, I wouldn't go far from the house. I'd maybe go over the fence into the farming field there and just go there. I wouldn't be far from the house. That way, if anything did happen, I'm close enough to the house that I can get help. I would make sure I'd have a walkie-talkie. I wouldn't take my cell phone. I'd take a walkie-talkie, make sure that Ryan's here for the weekend, hand him the walkie-talkie and say, okay, every day I'm going to check it at least 3 times a day. If I don't check in at these times, go out there and make sure I'm okay. That's what I would like to try to do.
We can make a video on that.
We definitely could. The only thing I would struggle with is shelter. But
Shelter.
clothes? No. I mean like a shelter, something to get me out of the wind.
Oh, while you're butt flapping out there, you don't need any clothes. Ow! Oof. Bleep.
Now, because I have like the flints and the hatchets and the saw,
he's got all the butt flapping gear.
but I don't have.
He's got a tent and he's got.
No, I don't have a tent. I sold it.
Didn't you?
Yeah, sold it for $200.
Oh. Okay, he did have a tent while he was little butt flapping.
Yep.
But he apparently got rid of it.
So I'd have to build my own shelter, which I could do. I've seen it. I've seen it done.
Yes.
I have personally never done it before, so
No.
that would be the biggest, I think, struggle.
Well, depending on what supplies you took with you.
Well, you fans haven't seen, but you have my bag that I take when I go hunting, that pack sack. That was literally what I would do. I would say I'm gonna fill up this pack sack with what I think I need,
And what you think you need is going to decide on what kind of shelter and if you can build a shelter.
Yes. So I would, fill that bag up with what I think I need. Just the bag. I wouldn't take it. Well, I would take a gun. Only for one reason. We do have wolves around here.
Yes.
And
there are wolves around.
The people will say, "Oh, well, they're scared of you." That is true.
But in a pack.
In a pack, and we have deer around here, and I've seen them come pretty close up to the house in the past. And you can hear them howling. And the last time I want to be out there is out there with a pocket knife, going, "Okay, I got like 12 wolves around me and coyotes." No, I'm taking a gun simply to go shoot around off the air, get them to run away, or if they don't run,
to defend yourself.
To defend myself. That's it. I wouldn't use it just to go and shoot a deer and go, "Okay, I'm surviving."
There you go.
That would be, but the hardest part would be, especially in wintertime.
Wearing the butt flap?
No. Food. I'd have to try to find food. Which means that I'd have to take like a 22, that way I can kill like a squirrel or something. Or a raccoon. Which is hard to do in the wintertime. So chances are for the weekend I wouldn't be eating. Which I could probably afford to do. So, but the bigger issue would be, especially in the wintertime, I wouldn't have to worry about water so much. Fire I would have to kind of worry about. To make sure I could... If you're just going to mock me, then we're not going to do it.
Hey, you're telling the story. I'm just...
If you're just going to mock me, then we'll forget about it.
Hey, this is your thing.
Okay, we're going to forget about that then. So, so with Ryan coming up about, housing and all that, essentially that would be the military would be one aspect of, you should be treated better. The other, I guess, I guess I should throw in police. If you're like a police firefighter, you should be treated a little better. Especially police. They do get shot at.
Yes, but in Ontario, they're already the highest paid in the country.
They are?
Yes.
Then they're not in the military. But people who, what are they called? Like the 1%ers, like the millionaires. and they retire. They go, oh well, we're struggling so much. I only have $200 million. Like that's gotta keep me going.
Yeah. Like them, like unions, they have no reason to live within their means.
So we're gonna tax them more.
Oh yeah.
And I would agree with that.
Yes.
If you're bitching that you only have $200 million and that your neighbor whose both parents are working 9 to 5 and can barely afford anything, well, guess what? Your taxes are going up and you're gonna give them the ability to actually go and feed themselves.
Yes. They definitely need to be pitching in their weight.
Yes. Because a lot of them do not.
Because the only other option I would have to make everybody better is to remove money at all.
That would be damn impossible.
It is possible, but it's more of a prime minister problem than a municipal.
It's damn impossible in this era. Maybe in 100 years, yes, but as of right now, not a chance it will ever happen.
Oh yeah.
No.
It can.
So no.
Yeah.
So that would be like those are the two aspects that I can see, not aspects, the two minorities that I think should change in that world. And any other minorities you want to throw in there?
None that I can think of at the moment. Unless you got something to talk about.
Well, there at the beginning you were talking about how we couldn't afford a house.
Yes.
And as Ryan said, housing prices need to come down. And
Yes.
some of you might say, wow, houses are more expensive because materials are more expensive.
True.
That is true.
That can easily be regulated too.
Now, the reason
why a piece of wood that's made in Canada, milled in Canada, sold in Canada, why is it costing more than it ever did before?
Because, I have no idea. But
now, granted, they're going to say, well, fuel's more expensive and labor's more expensive. I have come and read an article that says that ever since the 70s or 80s,
70s, late 70s, early 80s,
that it was the last decade where inflation and pay increases actually met even or where you got paid more than the inflation.
Yes.
Now the inflation's taken over compared to
and pay is not keeping up. And you can definitely see it in today's era. If you remember, me and Ryan lived in an apartment in Sudbury.
Yes.
And our rent kept going up every year. And our pay from work did not match our increase. Our rent kept going up anywhere from, not anywhere.
Well, it's regulated, so they would always go to the max, which is
2.5 every time, and we would get maybe a 1 to a 1.5% increase. Now that's just rent going up. That doesn't include,
inflation on food,
gas, and all that. Companies are not keeping up with that inflation. They're giving you that basic 1.5, patting themselves on the back, going, "Aren't we great?
We gave you a raise."
No, you're not great. The inflation's getting away from me, and I can't afford. Well, look at us. We couldn't afford a basic thing of a roof over our head.
And then you have, and what really pisses me off is unions. Unions are always looking.
Well, wasn't there just a union like a couple of weeks ago? Or?
Every so often there's a union.
Yeah, there was an airplane company.
Crying, saying we don't make enough.
Now, Ryan's bringing this up because I think the biggest one, at least for me, that has come up recently is the postal workers.
Yes.
They
obviously want inflation increases.
Which I can understand.
And before that, I think they were getting paid more than what they should have, which was way above inflation.
No.
And now, every time they're always saying, well, we don't make enough. And I always think that I always say people in unions have no reason to live within their means.
No, they can always live outside the means because they know within a year they're going to get a
raise
bump
of some kind.
and it's going to cover them. And then they can go, oh, well, now I can get rid of that 5-year-old boat and get a brand new one that's going to cost me a little bit more, but I know in a year that's going to be covered.
Exactly.
Because I can't remember, but the one time the postal workers went on strike, they wanted an increase, which pretty much, if I remember correctly, it was like a 5% increase every year. Or more. No, it was like 8% increase every year for 5 years. And I'm thinking, 8%? That is, and the average inflation at the time was like 3. So they wanted more than double the inflation for every year for 5 years. What the fuck do you need that much money for?
Because they're always saying, well, I don't make enough.
They will probably make it $80,000 to $50,000.
I think if you're in your house and you can afford to stay in your house, then you don't need an increase.
No.
You've never heard a union or anyone in it saying, you know what? I live within my means. I have a house. I have a car. I have a family. Maybe I have a toy or two. Yeah. I don't need an increase.
No.
You've never heard anyone ever say that. They're always there going, I need more. I need more. And that's why I always say they have no reason whatsoever to live within their means.
No. Let's face it, all a person really needs for a family, let's say a family of 4, 1 house, 2 cars, a lawnmower, and give or take, depending on the driveway, a tractor. And 1 toy. That can either be an ATV,
or a boat,
side by side, or boat. Now, personally, a boat is really not that useful, other than for
unless you're
6 months out of the year. You're better off going out and buying yourself a side-by-side or an ATV that can be used all year round. And if you want a boat, go buy yourself $100 or $1,000 canoe.
You can even buy plastic ones for a couple $100 at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, go get yourself a kayak.
You can fish from those too.
Yeah, and you can get attachments for those for fishing rod holders, hand pedals, that way you don't have to row. You can get all that for these things. And I priced one out a couple of years back. It was like $1,200. Now that's maybe gone up, but for $1,200 you can buy yourself a boat. Go fishing. And guess what? You're actually going to save money because you're not buying gas for the damn thing.
Yes.
And buy yourself an ATV. There's your toy. Or a motorcycle.
Yes.
And you're done. That's it.
But they don't need to do that because, like I always said,
they're going to get
they
a bump.
know every single year they're going to get a bump of some kind, and they know when their contract's up, they're going to get a bump there too.
Yes.
So if I knew I was getting
a bump in a year,
and they know what their raise is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
They know the first year is going to be this. They know the second year is going to be that. They know the third year is going to be this, and they know the fourth year is going to be that.
Yep.
And they know they're going to get 1.5, 2.5, then maybe 1, then maybe 3 or something. Who knows?
Yep.
Whatever the contract says.
Yep.
So I know, okay, next year it's going up.
Yep. Next year it's going to go up even more. That's why I swear to God, I bet you if you go past a post worker's guy's house, you're going to see a nice big house, 2 vehicles, and he's probably going to have like 2 ATVs, a motorcycle, and probably a weekend car parked in this with an RV.
Maybe.
And you're going to be saying, well, but he's doing really well. Look at all the toys he has. Yeah.
And then they wonder why Canada Post is going in the hole.
Well, because the Canada Post people don't work.
Because they're getting paid too much.
Yes.
For doing no more work than they did like 20 years ago.
They're probably doing less because more people are going to email.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So they're carrying less mail.
Correct.
And now and there's a lot of those mom and pop places that are doing like shipments from Amazon and all that. So postal workers aren't doing those. And let's face it, some of those guys will deliver the shit at like 8 o'clock. We've had it happen. When I ordered my computer desk, it wasn't delivered by postal workers. It was
they leave by 4:30, 5 o'clock.
It was some mom and pop delivery company.
It was Dragonfly, I think.
Yeah, and they delivered it at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. I got a phone call and they said, oh yeah, we're downstairs here to deliver for you.
And we're almost getting ready to go to bed.
And I'm like,
okay.
Think
it's a scam.
I thought it was a scam because I thought it can't be. So I looked out the window. Sure enough, there was a van there with a guy with a box. And I went, oh, okay, hang on. So I ran downstairs. Sure enough, it was my computer desk. And I went, fuck, okay.
Yep.
So they're not even doing that.
I think if you want a bump, and you're already you're living within your means. I think if you want a bump, you better do more to require that bump.
Well,
when we want more money,
we have to work. They tell us, well, you have to work harder to get more money.
Now, granted, we do get occasional bumps every year.
We get that one bump, but it's a very small one. And when we ask, like, well,
do you want more? You gotta either go to a different department or you have to work more.
Yeah, they say you have to work more and we'll pay you more. But so you're better off going into a union in many ways and going, well, I'm going to work as very little,
but get paid
outrageous amounts of money, and I'm going to do very little for it.
Yeah, essentially, that's basically what I believe
the unions are. Yeah. You want to work very little and
get paid a lot?
Join a union.
Yeah.
Either the LCBO or the Postal Service. Those are probably the two I know for a fact that...
car makers. A lot of them are automated, or sometimes it's just one person screwing in a bolt. He gets paid outrageous amounts of money because he stands on a line and throws in that one screw or bolt or one piece or whatever he does.
Makes more money than you and me.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
So, that's my little rant on unions.
Yeah. Unions suck.
Unless you're in them, then you obviously like them because you're getting paid outrageous amounts of money. Now,
I will grant you, there are some unions that are good.
Name one.
The OPP. They are a union.
And that's why they're the most paid now.
Mm-hmm. And I only say that because our uncle was an OPP officer and he was in the union and he made he made quite a bit of money, but...
It is a dangerous job, yes.
It is.
But and I will say that people have been dumping more work on cops.
Yes. Now, when it came to, and our uncle was not like most of the union people. He did not live outside his means. He actually lived very...
frugally. Until his wife died.
Yes. Until his wife, God bless her soul, passed away, and he kind of...
Well, then he didn't have any debts.
Yeah, when she passed away.
So he kind of...
went crazy.
But especially that first Christmas.
Yeah, probably the first 2 years he was a little crazy. But he made enough money that he was able to cover everything.
Yeah.
So he did go a little crazy, but he didn't go too crazy.
No.
Like, he didn't go and buy himself a
cars.
New cars.
3 or 4 different cars.
No, he still lived very much within the paycheck that he made.
Yeah.
And he knew it. So
there are some people in unions that do live within their means, but I think most don't.
I don't think they do. And the OPP is about the one union I can think of that does good. They're the one union I can say.
Oh, and school bus unions. There's some of those in Canada here.
Are you? You're not.
No.
I don't think
but I know there is one union in Sudbury that is union. Not a very good one, I don't think.
Probably not.
Because they get paid less than us.
Probably because they're trying to keep the union out.
Who knows? But they are union, and they get paid less than us.
Yeah, because they're paying you more to keep the union out of your company.
Who knows? Maybe it's a bad union, I don't know.
A what?
A bad union.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said a dad union. I was going to say, what the fuck's a dad union?
But anyway.
But yeah, unions,
I think are bad unless you're in them. Then
yes,
obviously you're gonna love them.
Yes.
I would love to be part of a union.
Oh god.
But I would live within my means, and when it came time to go on strike,
that's the one downside though. If you like, let's say me and Ryan are on strike. I'm sorry, in a union, and me and him, and there's say 50 people in the union, and me and Ryan go, oh well, we don't want to strike. We're making good money. You know, we're living within our means. We're comfortable. We're happy. But the other 48 decide, no,
we need to make more.
We need to make more. Well, if they all decide to go on strike, we have no choice, but we have to go. Well, fine. We can't work now. And literally, you're going. Well, hopefully they come back within a couple of days or a week, because I only have so much funds until I start going. I can't make payments on this shit.
Because if you're on a lockout or a strike, I don't even know if you get strike pay unless you request it.
Yeah, and there's only.
But if they came to us and said, "Well, we gotta create up a schedule for who's gonna run the picket line," I don't know if I could ever go for that. Saying, "Yeah, I'll strike with you," because I don't believe we need to make any more.
I probably wouldn't, unless they came back and said, "Oh well, we're striking because our retirement pension isn't that good in the company. We want to increase it." That,
if I think it needs to be increased, then I will agree.
Then that I will agree. If they say, "Oh well, our benefits aren't that good. You know, we want to give. You know, we want to add about 10% more onto all our benefits. That way, it covers more."
Well, if I agree with that, then yeah.
Yeah. But if they say, "Oh, we're going to strike because you don't make enough money," and I look at my budget and I'm going, "Well, I have a house, a car, an ATV, and I, on average, end every month with $1,000 or more in my account of free excess cash," I'm going to be looking at them going, "Well, I'm living quite comfortably, and I end every month with some money left over."
And they're going to say, "Well, don't you want more so you can have another car or help your wife or
and I'm going to tell
or have that nice vacation?"
And I'm going to tell them, "No. My wife works and she has money left over too, and we're quite comfortable. I don't want to strike because that means I'm now losing money."
Yeah. So
as far as I'm concerned, if you're doing that, I don't think you should be striking.
Which is the reason why most people strike, is because they want more money.
And I think, and I can understand if, like in 2020, inflation shot up that first year of COVID, and not a lot of companies covered that. I can understand if something like that happens, okay. But if they're going, okay, we're giving you a 3% increase and inflation is like 2.5, and you're going, well, I need more to cover everything. No, you don't. The inflation went up by 2.5. We're giving you 3. We're covering the inflation.
Because I always think like, what makes you worthwhile to get paid more than I should?
Absolutely nothing. They don't work any harder than
the rest of us.
Yeah.
And some of them, they work less.
Yeah. Now, there are some unions where guys are working 12-hour shifts. They're going to make more. Which, yeah, they're working more hours.
So they should.
But, let's face it, there are, like, I'm going to say it, the postal workers, if you're driving around in your car delivering mail, you're not going to work 8 hours.
None, probably not.
And you want to get paid like you're working a 12-hour shift. And you could finish your day in 6 hours. And that was one of the things. They could work like 6 hours and then stop. And they were like, well, we want to
get paid 8 hours even if we get done in 6 or
5. And I'm like, why? If you want to get paid 8 hours,
you better be out there humping your ass.
Work your 8 hours. If you can get your shit done faster,
then
that's your fucking problem.
That's better for the company.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
because one day, if they keep this up and Canada Post doesn't change,
they're gonna have to shut.
Which they are slowly changing. So I don't think it'll go this way. But if it ever went to the wrong way and Canada Post says, well,
we gotta shut down.
They're
all out of work.
And they're gonna go, well, I'm out of work now. And I think I would be the first one to say, well, you kept asking for more. You didn't do more, and you knew they were in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, serves you right.
Because I remember, and I'm proud I did this. I drove by them in Subway the one time picketing.
Mm.
I literally ran down my window and yelled out the window, screaming at them to get back to fucking work.
Mm.
I'm proud I did that. And I heard some of them yell back.
Oh.
I didn't hear what they say, and I was like, I really don't give a shit.
Mm. I don't honk at them.
What does the honk? Okay, that's
honking is a sign that you support their cause.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I've heard.
If you honk at them, they'll wave at you because they say, "Oh, there's somebody that supports what we're striking."
Is that what honking means?
Yes.
I've seen people pick it and honk, and I personally always thought when they honked the horn, it was they wanted them to get out of the fucking way.
No.
They're actually like go.
Yeah.
Okay, if you honk at them,
any strike. Doesn't have to be Canada Post. It can be any strike. If you honk at whoever is striking, means you support whatever they're striking for. Whether it's better wages, better working, better benefits, whatever.
Okay. Well, if
honking means you support.
Then
whatever
I will never honk at them again. Not that I ever did. But now I definitely won't.
That's what honking.
Unless it's for a reason I can support. Mm-hmm. But lately, a lot of them have been striking because they want like god-awful increases.
Which I don't think they need.
Which they don't. You don't need an 8% or a 5% increase. You need like a 2 or 3. You want like 5 or 6 and you're like, oh, that'll just be enough. Fuck off.
Well, you also got to remember that the bigger the increase means more money that the union gets out of their dues.
I don't give a shit. Fuck off.
That's another reason why they want
big increases. Now the only ones I will support is the OPP because they get shot at, and as far as I'm concerned, if you get shot at, you know what? You deserve money. And I would say the military, but I don't think that's a union.
No.
Okay, firefighters.
They aren't even union. Well, there might be some.
There might be some, and if there is a firefighter union, You run into burning buildings. I'm sorry.
What about teachers' unions?
What about them?
Do you support them?
Not really. They get more free time off than I think.
Than we did when we went to school, I think.
That not even just us. They get more free time off than any other working class anywhere. They get the summers off, and the ones. And if you're gonna come and go, well, they work during the summer. Do they work 8 hours, or do they work like once, like 3 or 4 hours every other fucking week?
Well, most of the summer they don't work.
So they get
Because they might come in like 2 or 3 days at the end of the school year, you know, clean out their stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe get ready for the new year.
And
then they'll come in like a couple days, maybe a week before school starts, getting their classrooms ready for the new class.
So think about this. Most companies only offer about, I think OPP, I think, is the best example. They offer, I think, about 10 weeks holidays. And they can bank them. I can't in my company. The best I can do in my company is 5.
I can't even bank.
School teachers get 2 months off for summer. The Christmas, like 2 weeks at Christmas. March break, PD days, statutory holidays, and weekends.
Yes.
Now the ones say, well, they don't get paid for them. That is very true.
Well, they get paid for the stat holidays.
But
PA days, they actually have to go into work and do some training with the government or whatever. And I do believe they get paid for that.
Well, then if they get paid for that, then...
Because I did ask a teacher once, because I went on a long class trip down to southern Ontario. And it was 4 days, because Friday was a PA day. So we went down Monday, came back Thursday. And when I dropped him off Thursday night, at like midnight, I asked the teacher, like, next day's PA day, and I asked her, and I said, like, what do you do on a PA day? Because when we went to school, our parents always told us that, PA days is just a free day off that teachers get.
Yeah, and we didn't have to go to school.
And we didn't have to go to school.
So that was a bonus!
So, and I always thought, well, why do they need this random free day? So I asked this teacher, who's a high school, and I said, like, what do you do on a PA day? And they said, well, we gotta come into school, and whatever the Ministry of Education has either changed or upgraded or wants us to learn, we gotta come in and do that on this one day. Now, I don't think I asked her if she gets paid, because it's really none of my business. But I would think they do.
They probably get some set rate.
Maybe a rate, or maybe it's per hour.
But even like in the summertime, if they don't get paid, let's face it, they probably have a vacation pay thing.
Maybe.
They generally don't need to take holidays off because they get enough fucking days off during the month, over the year. Use their vacation pay over the summer, and I bet you they'll be perfectly fine. And they can go on unemployment if they really wanted to. Some of them might.
And I've never asked a teacher, what do you do over the summer?
And they might get...
Or how do you get paid over the summer? I never asked a teacher that.
I would kind of like to know, like, if they get paid over the summer.
Somehow or some way.
Even if they get, like...
I doubt it.
Even if they say, we get, like, half what we get for schooling. If they're still getting paid...
I wish I got paid half of what I get paid for the summer.
But to be perfectly honest, you do have an 8-hour day. But you get PD days, you get statutory holidays,
you get the holidays,
you get the summer break, March break,
Christmas,
summer. You get all these days off, and I bet you guys make more money than I do.
Oh yes, yes they will.
And if you do, don't bitch.
Now, what about their complaints about class sizes?
What about class sizes?
Well, they're saying there's too many kids for the one teacher to look after. And they think that with classes growing so big that education is not as good as it once was. Because you can't individually help every individual kid. So some may fall behind.
That's the teacher's problem. If you know that, okay, this...
Because they say, well, like...
If you know, okay, these 5 kids here are my straight A students. I don't have to do anything, but I know these kids here are going to struggle. Don't be over here helping them. Have those kids over here helping these kids.
Now, when we went to school, our classes were fairly big.
We had... My one class was about 30 students for one teacher.
And
most
classes
fine.
are 30 plus now.
And we were perfectly fine. I
think we did quite well. I had all my public school and
some
of my high school were fairly big classes.
And you graduated easily from both.
I kind of struggled in public school, but that's not because of class sizes, is because of my reading.
Yeah, you struggled for a little bit.
For reading, yes.
For the first half of the...
But I was lucky. I was able to get into a kind of a program to help me with that. And granted, there's not a lot of money in the education system to do that for every kid, and I think that's wrong.
Yes.
I think every kid should.
But once Ryan caught on in grade 7 or 8, he blasted through it. Then when he jumped into high school, they put him in a less advanced course.
Which was too easy.
And they went... He's a month ahead of everybody.
Yes. It was too easy.
They bumped him up to the regular classes and...
The college level.
The college... Yeah. And he was still ahead of them.
The only thing I enjoyed about high school was that it was the first time in, for the whole 4 years I went to high school, I never had a homework.
No, you never brought homework home.
And because for the 8 years of public school,
he always did.
We always had tons of homework.
And he never had to do it in high school because he'd get it all done. And the teachers would tell our parents, yeah, we don't send him homework with him because he's doing it all.
That was the lower class. By the time I got to college class, I was basically keeping up with them.
Yeah. He was keeping up with... He was in the college classes and the regular classes. He was still keeping up with them. And in some cases, ahead of them.
Not really, but...
In some cases.
Yeah.
Not all.
The only 2 subjects I ever struggled in high school was French.
And math.
No. French and law.
Yes.
I took 1 law class.
Yeah, well, because you had to.
No, I didn't have to.
Didn't you?
But I thought it would be cool.
You
think
but
you'd
again,
learn about laws.
He still graduated in the 80 and 90% percentile.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So.
And even when I graduated, now I didn't go into the regular classes. I had to go down because my disability is a little more
long term.
But even when I graduated, I was still graduating in the 80 to 90% time. And again, I struggled with some stuff, and some stuff I didn't struggle with.
Yes.
But
yeah, I think class sizes are fine the way they are. I think teachers
I think it's just
want smaller classes, so there's
less work.
Not just less work, but less stress and less disturbances.
Yeah.
If you had a class of only 10, obviously
you can handle that class better.
You can handle it a lot easier, a lot better, and you would be able to catch more problems than you would with a bigger class.
And my biggest issue with that is, okay, you guys want smaller classes? Then then you're not gonna get increased this year.
We're gonna take whatever you think you should increase And I would dump it into new teachers.
Yeah. Or give them this option. Okay, you want an 8% increase and smaller classes. Okay.
You get one or the
No,
other.
no, no.
No.
Actually, yes, in some ways. We'll give you your small classes, but you're not getting that 8% increase because we're going to spend that 8% of whatever it is, and we're going to build another school. That way we can take kids out of your classes and over here, and we're going to use that 8% because you're not going to get a raise for the next 5 years. We're going to use it to build the extra schools and get extra teachers. And when they go, well, I still want the increase, then you're getting your 30 students in your class, and you better fucking look to make that 8%. You want that 8%? You work for the 8%. You want small classes? Well, then something's got to give.
Yes.
And guess what's given? Your increase. Because in order to get small classes, we need more schools and teachers. Where is the money going to come from with that? I know as far as most of the unions go, oh, the government will pay for it. Yeah, from us.
Yes.
No, you want your small classes? You're going to pay to get the schools built. You're going to pay to get the extra teachers. Not us. We don't give a shit. We grew up in classes of 30 or more.
And we came out.
And we came out fine. In fact, we probably came out better than kids this day and age.
Maybe.
Because probably because we had teachers that actually cared.
Probably. Could be. Yeah, because, well, the younger teachers are being brought up, you know, you gotta have timeouts.
Oh, timeout my ass. We grew up in the era that timeout, the timeout was stand in front of the class and they're going to tell you what you did wrong and make sure everyone knows it.
Wow.
And guess what? It built men.
It did it?
Yes.
I never got pulled to the front of the
I did.
Oh.
Only in, I think, grade 3.
Oh.
Now, granted, our father hated my grade 3 teacher.
2.
No, 3.
2.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
Okay. He hated my grade 2 teacher.
The old woman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, okay. And she's probably one of these fucking people that go, oh, we need small classes. Because her whole excuse to my father was, well, I have such a big class, I can't keep an eye on everyone. And my father asked her very simple questions, not many of them, and she didn't get any of them right. What hand does he write with? Oh, well, he's right-handed. No, I'm left. I write with my left. Oh, I didn't know that. And at that time, there was only like 20 kids in that class. It was a small class.
Yeah. Not many kids on the sideline.
No. And as we got into high school, we got more. In grade 8, for some reason in grade 8, we got more kids in the class.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But no, like grade 2, we only have...
Oh, because in high school, there's only one high school.
There's 2. But more come to us. There's the one on the reserve. Yeah. Yep. Over in Wiki. If I remember correctly. Yeah. That shows how much you don't pay attention. But no, he got mad at my grade 2 teacher, and I'm sure she's one of those teachers that will probably fight to this day that, oh, we gotta have smaller classes. No, you just gotta fucking pay attention and be kind. So, but yeah, I think it's more the teachers don't care anymore. And I am a strong opponent of this. Take away the laptops and tablets. You should not have those in
Some schools are starting to do that.
Good. As far as I'm concerned, if you're in public school, you should not even have a cell phone.
No.
Take the if a student comes in with a cell phone, they should be put in a bowl by the teacher, and at the end of the day when you go home, you get the cell phone back. Until then, you do not need a cell phone.
We never had a cell phone.
When we went to school, no one had a cell phone. Me and Ryan...
There were cell phones. There
But-
were flip phones.
But no student within public school had one.
No.
Because they didn't need one. Let's be honest. You do not need one. In high school, okay.
When I went to high school, the iPhone just came out.
Yes.
So everybody had an iPhone.
Yes.
But I never had a cell phone.
But in all high school, they actually have a...
Payphone.
No. It's a blocker. You can't use your cell phone in high school.
Oh.
When I had my cell phone in high school, you couldn't use it. Only for emergency. Because they literally... like a jam on it, I'm assuming? Because we're in a brick building, it may just be bad service. But you couldn't use your cell phone. And I think that should be in all schools.
Because I kept asking for a cell phone because everybody else had it.
Yeah.
But our father always said you get a cell phone when you can afford it.
Yes, and that's what we had to do. Me and Ryan, we didn't get a cell phone until we went out and bought our own cell phone.
With our own plans.
With our own plan, our own money. And when we showed our father, he was like, are you able to cover that? Yep. Okay, then you can have it.
And I remember that quite vividly.
Yeah, we went to Rogers. Mom and Dad were going.
We went to Collingwood.
Yeah, because Mom and Dad got invited to timeshare. Mom and Dad went with the guy to look at the timeshare
thing. And go through the spiel.
And we
didn't have anything. I had my license.
Yeah, you had your G2.
I think, yeah.
And we went down the road.
While they went off to their spiel, we went down the road to the nearest Rogers store.
Found a cell phone we liked and bought it.
Yep.
Right then and there. When Mom and Dad came back, they saw a cell phone. Dad knew we were going to go get it.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, as long as you can cover it, that's fine. And we did.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think most kids should have to do that.
Yes. Now, most parents will say, well, they should have a cell phone so I know where they are. If you do not know where your child is...
During the day of a school day, then guess what?
You should be better parenting.
Yeah. Essentially, yes. The kid should be smart enough to know I need to get off and go to school. If he decides I get off the bus and
I'm going to go to Billy's house.
Well, guess what?
When he gets to Billy's house, he should be calling Mom or Dad saying, I'm at Billy's house.
Yeah. And then,
or he should be saying, well, I need to go home to ask my parents if I can come to your house.
Yeah, to go to Billy's house. Or if he just goes there and doesn't say anything, and then at the end of the day you find out he did that, you're not friends with Billy anymore. And Billy's mom better be
calling you saying, Jimmy's here playing with Billy.
Yeah. Why is he not at school? I don't know.
Well, send Jimmy home.
Yeah. And essentially that's what it should be. Parents that say, I need to be in contact with my kid all day. No.
I never was in contact with my parents all day.
When you were growing up, you weren't like that with your parents, probably.
No.
We weren't and so you don't need to be that. Now, if the kid's in college, I can understand that.
If he can afford it, then he can have it. If not, there's still landlines.
Oh, yeah.
And I came to realize that in Espanola, they still have a payphone.
Yes, but it's not coin.
Yes, it is.
No, it's card.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a coin slot.
Maybe.
I thought they were all pulled out by now.
Oh no,
but there is a payphone, whether it's coined or carded or both. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I was just surprised to see a payphone there at all.
It's been there and it's been held as long as we've been alive.
Just goes to show how much I pay attention to it. But I thought, wow. I even picked it up to see if it still worked or if it was just sitting there.
It's literally been there since we've lived here.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Are you shitting me? For 30 years you never noticed the phone?
No.
What the hell are you doing? We walked through that mall for 30 years.
I'm looking to where we're going.
It's Ryan's version of looking for something. Oh God, I just realized that.
What?
actually go into a freezer or fridge to look for something. And I'm actually amazed, now that I think about it, that you actually found the buns and took them out.
Well, I know where the buns are.
Well, normally when I tell you to do something, you don't see it. It has to come out of the freezer, grab you by the scruff of the neck, shake you around like a rag doll, and then you go, oh! I found it. Because it wasn't right in front of you. You literally do that.
No.
And then his excuse is, and you've literally said this to me. You go into a freezer, and I go, grab me a Pepsi, and you'll go, there's no Pepsi in here. Yes, there is. I put some in. No. I'll go look. No, it's right there. Oh, is that a Pepsi? Oh, someone didn't have the face aiming at me.
I don't think I said that.
You have said that multiple times. Because you have the inability to move things.
Well, why should I move things? It should already be
No!
to be
Move things!
It should already be.
That's one of his issues I have with him.
I think it should already be set up.
Move things!
Why?
Do you have two hands on Hoppy?
No.
Where are your hands? What are those right there? Claws?
Yes.
Good, they can still grab things.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Bully?
If you're gonna be an ass. Now. But yeah, we're getting off topic. What the hell were we talking about?
I think you're just insulting me.
Right! Classroom sizes and cell phones. Yes. So, yeah, no cell phones, no laptops, no tablets at school.
And some schools are, like I said, are starting to pull those things away.
Good.
In Canada and the U.S.
Good, they should.
Actually, in Ontario, Ford passed a law that says no cell phones whatsoever in this classroom.
Good. As it should be.
Whether it's elementary or high school.
Good.
So.
As far as I'm concerned, they don't need it.
I don't think they do either.
And another thing I also...
Especially with like Facebooks and
Yeah.
Instagrams and stuff. There's many things out there that say they're bad for kids.
And a big thing for me is if they're doing a test, what's going to stop them from Googling the answer?
Well, I'm sure in test phases they say you
They
can't bring yourself home.
They could still fight the teacher on it. So if Ford's passing that law, good. That means that it gives the teacher the ability to say,
no.
phone. Especially if the kids, because I know there's some kids that are good enough that they can do this, and they can look at a test and do this, and just out of the corner of their eye, type in get the answer and go. And if they're good enough, they can get away with it. As far as I'm concerned, no. Give me the phone, use the brain in the book, answer the question. If you fail, then it's one, the teacher's fault for not teaching the student, and two,
The student's problem
the student
not learning.
is not learning. So, I think that's a perfect way.
So
That's what I say.
So they are pulling electronics out of classrooms.
Good.
So
I'm very happy with that.
yes. I agreed.
Yes.
I don't think electronics deserve to be in the classroom unless the only electronics that should be in the classroom is the TV and the VCR.
Yes.
Because you always remember, especially for us in our 30s and 40s and whatever, when a teacher brought in the TV
That meant you had pretty much a class of a movie.
of something.
Mm-hmm. I know for us, like if we did, I did a class about animals and all that, and there were a couple of times we went into class and they put on Planet Earth or something where you'd look, and they would literally play a skit of, okay, this animal, because this animal is what we're going to learn. That to me was like, all right,
Get to watch a movie.
get to watch a movie. And
The only bummer was when you walked in and saw the TV there, and they said no, this was for the last class.
yeah, you went like really super high, and
Well,
then,
all right, we're gonna watch a
and then
movie.
was it next from the last class, and then you went, fuck. Then you went, I do need my pen and pencil.
I'm gonna stab him open with
Yeah.
a pencil.
I'm gonna stab the other teacher with the number 2 pencil.
So
Over and over and over and over again.
yes.
When he plays that damn song, Cabana song, I go up there, knock on the door, stab him in the neck with the number 2 pencil. After I'm done that, chop him up, throw him in the freezer. As I leave the apartment, light the place on fire.
Are you done?
I think so. Sorry, that was a song
And a joke.
and a joke. If you ever want to, that's actually from Voices in My Head. I cannot remember the fucking singer of it.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. He sang it, Voices in My Head.
Yeah, he did 2 of them.
Yeah.
Bam! I think, unless you got more to rant about something.
Oh, let's see. Hang on. What else do I have to rant about? We could rant about...
I don't remember if we did anything on the hospital.
Did we talk about... No, well, when it comes to hospitals,
Especially in Sudbury.
yeah. If you know anything about Sudbury, you know there's one general hospital which is way too small for what fucking need it.
Yes. Because it used to be 3 or 4 hospitals, I think.
Yes, at least 3.
That did all the city of Sudbury. And then they closed them all down and put 1.
That wasn't able to handle all the beds.
And I always said that if they had 10,000 beds,
They should have 10,000.
they should have built at least 10,000 beds to replace it all. But they built them smaller, and now we're running into the problem of not having enough room, which they did apparently get a grant of some kind to build
Yeah, but that's
more.
going to take them like 30 years.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And the emergency room, apparently, I've talked to people who've gone to the emergency room to say, during the daytime, it's really bad. You need to go, and during the night, it's really bad. And you need to go, like, really early in the morning, like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
Well, we've been in the emergency room.
No.
Isn't that where Dad used to go?
No.
Where was that?
That was probably ICU.
Isn't that... Okay.
ICU?
And I see you.
There you go. And they usually at the late in the evening, or early evening.
Yeah,
Is the 2 times
Okay.
to go to.
Well, they need to increase that. That'll take fucking forever. Can I just say it? Some things are just shit.
Yes. I agree.
And unfortunately, it's the people with the power who just do a shitty fucking job.
Yes.
If it's not the millionaires, it's all prime minister. If it's not all prime minister, lately it's Dorito boy.
Yeah, yes, Dorito boy. Yes, that's right.
Like I said, Dorito boy, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiots. They need to put the people in charge.
That's what governments were supposed to be. It's supposed to be
It's
by the people,
for the people.
Now I think it's become
The rich get richer and the people get poor.
The richer people get to tell us what
To do.
what to do. I think somebody like me or any other normal citizen who doesn't have millions of dollars to help.
Who wasn't born with a silver spoon?
Hmm.
Who came up with a basic upbringing of a mother and father working a 9-to-5 job.
Now some have
Some have what?
came up with parents that worked 9 to 5,
Yes.
but not many.
No.
Usually, like Trudeau.
Oh fuck! He came up off his father's name.
Yes,
Trump, his father.
and his own.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Throw him off the Trump Tower.
So anyway,
In fact, if they ever did a movie, if you've ever seen the movie, what is it called?
I don't know.
With Gerald Butler with the White House. Yes, I think it's Gerald Butler.
Are you talking about Olympus Has Fallen?
Yes, Olympus Has Fallen. That's what it is.
You notice none of those presidents all look like Trump.
Good.
Now, granted, they weren't made when Trump was in office.
And who wants a Dorito? Look, as far as I'm concerned, in that movie, if it was based in today and they said, oh, this actor is going to play Trump, I'd personally cheer on the terrorists. Kill him.
Even though you know they're gonna lose, they have to lose because the hero has to win.
You could change that in a good way. Kill the president, but have the Secret Service guy still kill the terrorists in revenge of the president's death. President's dead. Hallelujah. Terrorists are dead. Even better. And the Secret Service guy is the hero.
I guess, but then you would say, well, that he didn't protect the president because he's still dead.
He did his best.
All right. Well, so everybody has their own opinion on how that could go.
And as far as I'm concerned, in that series, the actor that played the president was a damn good actor.
He is.
And the third one with, what's his name? Morgan Freeman? Didn't really like him as the president. And only because of one reason.
He laid in the hospital.
Yeah, he pretty much laid in the hospital the whole time. He wasn't
Action.
like the first one.
Well, he is an older actor.
I can understand that, but they could have had him do something. Like, let's face it, the first one with the president.
Now, he didn't do much there.
He did do, that's true, but he wasn't laying there the whole time.
No, he was sitting there the whole time.
He still got beaten, got stabbed, he almost died.
Yeah, at the end, he did a little something.
And then the second one is when he really, as far as I'm concerned,
very presidential.
as far as I'm concerned, the second one, they should have made it a legal decision, said, okay, he's president for life.
Would have been
He
nice.
was about to be killed on national TV until what they should have done is put Rob Butler's character as like fucking president. We want a president. We want a fighter.
We want a man of action.
Yeah. Execute some initiative and kick ass. No. What do? They voted Dorito Boy.
But at least this will be his last term.
Thank God. But we still have 3 more years of his ass.
At least. Or 2. 2 or 3.
Couldn't we end it faster?
You could?
Is there actually a legal way to end it faster?
Yes.
What's that?
Impeach.
Like I have to go get a peach?
No. Impeach him. Which is...
So I throw a peach at him?
No.
The peach core?
No.
What do I do?
Basically, the Senate basically acts as a judge And
Jury and executioner?
And jury, yes. And they bring charges and they decide if Trump is. And there's other ways too. There's medical. You could consider him.
He's a Dorito. His color's wrong. Let's get him out.
Medically, he could be disqualified.
He's fat, ugly. His hairpiece is terrible, and he's orange.
Or he could naturally just resign.
He's too stupid to do that.
Those are the 3 ways that I.
Let's face it. He was about to go to prison, so he's going to stay in there as long as he can.
I'm going to go Google impeachment and tell you what impeachment is.
Alright, hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. He's going to read about impeachment. Because I'm honestly not sure what impeachment is. Like, drum roll, please.
Alright. Impeachment is the formal process of charging a public official with misconduct or a serious crime while in office.
I know a crime. It's called stupid.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
If you're in charge of what he's in charge of, you better not be stupid. And he is stupid.
That's not a crime.
Fine.
So a crime would be like if he either did it himself or maybe even ordered somebody to go murder somebody.
He has. He's murdered our rights to be. He's trying to murder our rights to be Canadian.
No.
He's trying.
No.
He started that riot last election.
And he got cleared of those.
He should be in prison. Or shot, or stabbed, or pissed on, or urinated on, or thrown out of an airplane.
The people that actually participated in it, they were put in jail.
Can't we throw him out of an airplane?
If you're in the same airplane with them and you can get past the Secret Service, and yes, you could throw them out of an airplane.
You know what? Someone should pull an Air Force One on it. The movie, Harrison Ford. Great movie.
But Harrison Ford lived.
No, but...
He was the president.
Yes.
And he lived.
Yes, but if they pull it here and just go right after Trump, it could work. You just need to... let's face it, all you need is a little bit of someone to hack a computer, which is fucking simple to this day and age, to put you in there as a photographer.
So you know how to hack a computer?
It can't be that hard. You can Google it. Get you onto the plane through, as a photographer or something, and then you need to smuggle in like 1 or 2 smoke grenades. Then you pretty much got it. And all you need is a small knife, which you can 3D print a knife, so you can go right through metal detectors.
But not through the scanner.
Not if you put it in your bag and you put
They still scan those.
Yeah, but not if you put it in the bag and you make it look like something different. You have it in the plastic piece, but you can snap the bit off. They won't see it.
I guess maybe if you're smart enough to do that.
Then you need like 1 or 2 smoke grenades.
And you don't think they're gonna notice these smoke grenades sitting in your bag?
Not if you.
Are we hiding those too?
Not if you have a partner who tapes them underneath your seat as he's cleaning the plane. As he's cleaning the plane, he tapes them underneath your seat. He tells you what seat to sit in.
So now we gotta get another person.
2 people, and you could
probably an Air Force guy. Somehow convince him to
It's probably not
to
help to assassinate the president.
turn against his own president.
And with Trump in charge, it's probably not that difficult. They're probably lining up.
They're all sworn to protect the president.
Oh, please. They're probably lining up to say, yeah, we'll get rid of him.
I don't see them lining up because he's still alive.
I bet you they are.
I've never heard of the news. Oh, there's a whole lineup of Air Force personnel waiting to go in and hopefully be one of the ones that makes it to the president.
Unfortunately, Trump's probably got a lot of supporters. Unfortunately, they're probably fucking idiots. That he keeps around him more of them.
Why does everybody around him have to be an idiot?
Because they're the ones that got Dorito Boy in office. They're idiots. If they are literally waking up, oh, Biden gets to protect them, they're idiots.
Even if they've made a sworn oath to protect the president, whoever it is.
Yes. They can make an oath. I have no issue with that. But if they'll physically say, I'm going to step in front of a bullet for him.
Yeah, that's part of the job.
You can go into another position. Protect his wife. Protect his kids. As far as I'm concerned, they're fine. Jump in front of a bullet for them all day. But for him, no.
But that's the job. That's the job you're being paid for.
Let's get someone in here that's worth the bullet.
Interesting. Very interesting.
No, it's actually quite simple. And I bet you agree with me. You just don't want to say it on camera.
I agree he should be removed.
Yes. See?
But you ain't gonna get no Air Force, military, or Secret Service guy to...
I bet you we could.
Maybe Armed Forces. You might find one or two.
Army bases, yes.
Guys!
Bases.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's the American foot. Let's face it. He has pissed off so many people.
Yes. But a lot of people still support him. Now, granted, that support is starting to dwindle. Because they are coming up to their midterm elections in this November.
I thought, so are they re-voting for a new president?
No.
Or are they just seeing where his numbers are standing?
It's basically electing, I think, their new representatives in their Senate and whatever.
Power to the people!
So if he has a lot of support, then there should be a lot of
seats for him.
I think Republicans. I think he's a Republican. So that means a lot of the country believes in what Trump is doing. Now, if they end up voting a lot of Democrats, that means most of the country does not believe that...
so he's ruining Republic.
I think he's a Republican.
He better not be.
Why?
Google it.
I think he's a Republican. I don't think he's a Democrat.
Hold on. Donald Trump. Is he Republican?
Let me see. I believe he is. Yes, a member of the Republican Party.
So he's ruining Republicans.
If you're a Republican believer, then yes.
I'm playing as the Republic. Anything that's related to Republic now, he's ruined.
So, yes, he is a Republican. That's because he believes in what the Republicans stand for.
that he's ruining.
Correct.
Okay.
And as looks like the polls are going so far, because they obviously do pre-polls to see how things are going.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to get more Democrats.
Yes.
Because what he wants to do is get more Republicans in. Because then any laws that he wants to have done,
he doesn't have to fight that hard to get
exactly, because they're already on his side. As soon as you get more Democrats in there that has the majority vote, then
they could squash him.
They can squash anything he wants.
And squash them like a bug.
Correct. Or he has to play nice in order for them to be sympathetic to
I don't see him playing nice.
You never know.
No, Dorito boy.
We'll see. Anyone who's interested in U.S. politics, you should keep an eye on that.
You should definitely keep an eye on it because it's impacting us
now.
Yes,
because we did get that 50%, and he is also saying that if a deal isn't made by January 1st, he may put 50% on autos, or he may add an additional 50% to everything.
I like my way better. Either shut everything down going to him.
Because Ontario does supply a lot of electricity to 3 states.
Shut it all off.
And you never know. I doubt we'll do it, but we may.
We won't.
Probably. We'll probably just put a surcharge on it.
Yeah. So, but anywho, I think that's going to be the end of this video, I think.
Yes, I don't know how long it's been. It's got to be like 2 or 3 hours by now.
Something like that. But that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys liked the video.
Oh,
and at the end of this video, you're going to see a bunch of different logos
that we went to ChatGPT to create for this channel.
Yes. And we want you guys to pick which one we want. Now, I'm not going to get into a big long speech to this because it's coming out on all of our channels and we're saying the same damn thing.
Yes. But whatever you pick will become the permanent logo.
For that channel.
And we may even create
a little bit of
merch for it. But we'll see how
well it goes.
What people say, you know. We may create our own shirt and maybe have a cup, mug or something.
Yes.
And if people like what they see, we may create a little bit of stock and send it out to people.
Yes, if you want to.
If people say like we would like some of that.
Yeah. And so, but essentially, here at the end of the video here, you're going to see a couple of images come up. Let us know which ones you like. Yeah. And that will be our new symbol.
Yeah.
So again, like, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think of the video and of the pictures.
Yes, because we did stop our Star Trek thing there.
Yes.
Didn't seem to be getting the numbers.
Let us know if you want us to continue that, or if you want us to do stuff like this more often, where we're just kind of ranting, and
or we may next time come up with an actual topic.
Yeah. Or we may come up with a topic. If you have a topic, let us know.
Speaking of Trump, he also wants to change the name of a Great Lake.
Which one?
Lake Ontario.
To
Lake of America. Or Lake America.
Kill him. He's dead.
So I thought I'd throw that out there. What do people think of that?
He's dead.
Do we create a revolution?
One guy, one bullet. Don't need a revolution.
So so like, share, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we can talk to you on the next video.
Take care now. Bye.